Greetings, family, and welcome to another edition of Black Talk Radio, where black media matters and black life certainly matters. Today is Saturday, August 4th, 2018. Well, family, if you're aware or if you're in the Washington or Oregon area, you may already know that there is a white nationalist or white so-called supremacist rally going on in the Portland, Oregon area. It is organized by white supremacist named Joey Gibson, and he is the leader of a group called the Patriot Prayers. If you'll recall, there's another group also called the Proud Boys, and the two groups, believe it or not, are orchestrating an event at this rally. They, of course, since they're a white supremacist or white nationalist group, that they're comprised of violence. They bring violence wherever they go, and this is not an exception. They are planning to be armed, and as a matter of fact, the police have already responded on site at the rally, ready for these thugs and criminals. But anyways, they were prepared to bring their weapons and also create a little chaos and havoc. They were mad because the Antifa, who is another group of white citizens, and I will call the Antifas the good white people, if you will, because they are against fascism and they are against racism. So of course, I would support people like that. I'm not a part of the group, and I am not knowing too much about them, but what I do know is that they also fight against fascism and racism. So therefore, I have to say that I am for Antifa. What's funny is, with this organized event that was planned by the Patriot Prayers and the Proud Boys, is that they were working to orchestrate infiltrating the Antifa movement by parading around and disguising themselves in all black attire and also wearing masks as well, and then marching with Antifa until they got to the part where they met, and then they were going to create mayhem or as much havoc as they possibly could. That was the plan of the Patriot Prayers and the Proud Boys, but obviously that information got out to the public because it was well publicized and communicated, and I'm also sharing it here in this video because I became aware of it myself. As you'll recall, if you watched Tariq Nasheed and any of his broadcasts, he mentioned about these different types of white supremacist or white nationalist group names, and as I've exposed in this video, I am talking about the two, which are the Patriot Prayers and the Proud Boys. Both of those groups, nonetheless, are one and the same. All of them with all these different names: alt-rights, alt-wrongs, alt-lefts, and alt-lights. Whatever you want to call yourselves, you're still one and the same. You're still, nonetheless, some of the scums of the earth. You're no different than the KKK, the ones who wear sheets and pointy hats. You just wear your plain clothes and you go by a different title. You're just as scummy as the other ones. And this little retard here, Joey Gibson, he is running a long shot campaign to unseat Democratic United States Senator Maria Cantwell of Washington State. And he said in a live video on Facebook earlier this week that he wouldn't stop bringing his followers to Portland until they can express their right-wing views without interference. So yes, this goober here is running for the United States Senate seat in Washington State. Amazing. Now the Proud Boys, another hate and extreme white extremist hate group, they're slightly different. And you know what's a trip about their group is that they claim they have a number of members who are non-white. So of course you know what that means. They are white Hispanics or white Asians who, you know, they try to pass off as white, but nonetheless they are extremists and haters of everyone else also. They just are not white skinned. I wouldn't even doubt, I wouldn't doubt if they even have a few black people within their group. But I digress. One person sums up the Proud Boys as this. They say, quote, "I'd say they are more alt-light," said Brian Levin, director for the Center of the Study of Hate and Extremism in Cal State San Bernardino. Quote, "They have this most muddled message. They use all these code words for white supremacy like Western chauvinism. Western chauvinism. But when they start to feel the heat, they distance themselves. They're like a duck that wants to be a platypus." Anyways, family, the bottom line is, whether they call themselves the Patriot Prayers or the Proud Boys or the KKK or the Donald Duck Show, whatever they want to call themselves, they're nothing but white extremists of hatred. That's all they are. Some of the scums of the earth. They are the reason why America is not great. And the irony of these people wearing hats that say, "Make America Great Again." The irony. The irony. The irony. Low IQ runs rampant in most of these movements and organizations. Low IQ. This is Guru at Black Talk Radio. Thanks a lot for joining, and don't forget to join me in the next video. We're done.